Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Just Listen to One podcast. I am so excited to start off this year strong here on my podcast. And I can't believe it's already 2023. It's just crazy how time flies, especially when you become an adult. It's so crazy, in my opinion. In this podcast, I am going to talk about my preference on dating somebody older and younger, etc. And on that topic, and and also I'm going to be talking about my pet peeves on top of it. So not on dating older or younger, but just pet peeves in general. So yeah, I'm gonna get right into this podcast right now. I'm gonna start talking about my preference on dating people older or younger, etc. than me. So when it comes with dating, I personally prefer dating someone my age or older. That's just me personally. If we're being completely honest, I prefer dating someone a little older than me. I wouldn't date no one older than 5 years older than me, and that's just my preference. And why I honestly am not 100% sure. I guess it's more of I don't know if safety is the right word, but that's the best word I can explain or use on why I prefer to date someone who's older within a 5-year difference. If I am with someone who I'm with who is 5 years older than me, but hypothetically speaking, if I was single, if I founded somebody older than 5 years, then I'll be extra, I guess, picky, just because of maturity and the age especially, and just safety also in a way, just a lot of things per se. I wouldn't date anyone that is younger than me. If I do date someone younger than me, it'll be like months younger than me than years younger than me. If that makes any sense, I would date someone who's like about 6 months younger than me, but like not a huge 5 years younger with me as a female. If we're being completely honest, I have no judgment on people who are females or males dating someone much younger. It's just like a me preference kind of thing. It's just like me personally, my point of view. I feel like I would feel weird dating a younger person who isn't like born in the same year as me, because it's just like, I don't know, I just the maturity level per se, the best way I can explain it. But everyone's relationship is different and everyone's point of view is different. I prefer to date someone or be with someone who is the same age as me or born as the same year as me, if not up to 5 years older than me, just because compared to most people in my age range are within like a year older, a year younger, especially younger, are mature to have some certain kind of conversations that I would like to talk about, compared to someone who is, for the most part, the same age, if not a little older than me. But that's just like with me and my point of view and my, per se, experience, I don't know. I don't know if experience is the right word, but I just prefer being with someone or dating a little older than me, partly because of maturity and whenever I want to have like a serious conversation, rather just in general, or things that I've gone through and I want to rant about, or mental health or whatever it may be, they will understand on where I'm coming from than compared to some people who are younger than me, don't have that maturity. So that's just my reason on why I would date people who are the same age as me, if not a little older. So that's just my opinion and how I feel in my personal rule, per se. I don't know if that makes any sense or not, but that's just me and personally, and just like maturity. I'm not saying people who are older are mature, but it's higher to date someone who's mature and older than younger. And having that like equal balance of having fun, can be immature, have fun, act like kids in a mature way, but yet still be mature in a mature situation when is needed, per se. That's just me personally, and it's easier if with someone who is also mature, an adult. I have a feeling it's nice to talk to someone in a mature level too. So that is the best honest answer that I have and give on why age preference that I have when it comes to dating, when it comes to me at least. And like I said, everybody's different, prefers like to, date someone who's 20 years older, 20 years younger, 5 years older, 13 years older or younger. But I just prefer to have the right person in a way for certain kind of things when it comes to dating, in a way. But I wouldn't say like I'm picky per se, but I don't know. But that's my smidgen on opinion and thoughts for me when it comes to dating people who are younger or older with me. I'm not saying this is what my opinion, my thoughts are right or wrong. It's just, to me, that's my preference on age-wise, if that makes any sense. I hope it does. But hypothetically speaking, if I do end up being with someone, if I was still single, if I do end up dating someone who is younger, they must be at least the legal age of 18. Neither or, but I'll be extremely more picky because of like legal reasons and safety and all that lovely spiel. So that's why I always choose to date someone who I know who's the same age as me, if not up to 5 years older than me. So that's just my personal preference. So, and when it comes to like pet peeves, it really depends on a lot of situations. and what's going on and everything, some of these pet peeves are more of a stronger pet peeve than like more of a whatever pet peeve. If I'm trying to like explain it as the best I possibly can to make it understandable with these two topics. When it comes to pet peeves, one of the pet peeves that I can think of is with certain situations of last minute / out of the blue plans. That sometimes bugs me in a way of a pet peeve, because regardless of like if I had plans, for example, like if I have a day, like for example, if today I have a doctor's appointment or I have a few appointments today to do and then plus work, and then somebody like randomly shows up and say, hey, I'm here to hang out, without asking me or informing me, just out of the blue showing up kind of thing, that's a pet peeve kind of thing. Or just people assuming. I think assuming will be the best word. Assuming that I'm free that moment and able and wanting to hang out and never really like inform me or ask me like or give me a decent heads up kind of thing to hang out or do stuff or whatever it may be. But if it's something like, if that makes any sense, I just don't, like if it's like a family thing, for example, if it's during the holidays and family comes up, my time goes 110% towards my family. So if like, and with that, like plans with family or close friends that I rarely to never hang out or see, and they are up and wants to spend time, my time will go towards them, and that's the plan, to hang out with them. But the plans itself, it's like I don't give a crap what we do as long as we have fun and have a good time. But if people know that I have plans that day or busy that day, but still like randomly show up to hang out, that's the part that bugs me. Or just never ask per se and just make plans for me per se, if that makes any sense. That is kind of a pet peeve and whatnot. Like it would be nice to make plans like ahead of time so I can, if I'm busy that day, well then they know kind of thing. That's kind of like a pet peeve. I don't know the best word or I don't know. But like just like random uninvited plans and not just like asking me ahead of time and just randomly show up and kind of stalker-ish. That's kind of a pet peeve of mine. And that's a bigger one big pet peeve. If that makes any sense. I don't know. If you want me to go in detail with like pet peeves and whatnot, I can do another podcast about it. If you guys are interested, just let me know. I would say another pet peeve is that other people don't have good hygiene. And that's like another pet peeve of mine. And that goes with like all types of hygiene. Rather, it's like how they live at their house and their house is disgusting. That's part of hygiene. That bugs me. People don't brush their teeth, bugs me. Or not showering or not changing the sheets. Like things like that. Like anything to do with hygiene and not good with their hygiene. That's a big pet peeve for me in general. What else? I would say when it comes to certain situations, my other pet peeve is drivers. People who don't watch what they're doing or not paying attention on the roads is a huge freaking pet peeve, and it's one of the things that kind of, in a way, pisses me off a little bit, if we're being honest, when people don't pay attention when they're driving. It bugs the crap out of me. And especially when people are texting and driving, especially in the freaking winter, bugs the crap out of me. And that's another, pet peeve I have that kind of annoys me. And sometimes when I'm driving or in the car with someone who's driving, I'm in the passenger side seat, and I'm the one who's practically driving, but with my words. Like, okay, green light, go, or things like that. Like, I'm like their teacher in a way, but not, if that makes any sense. It kind of, annoys me that I'm their eyes up to a certain extent. I could understand if when I have kids in the future, if and when I have kids, that's one thing. But if it's somebody I know and I'm all consistently doing it, it's kind of pet peeve, especially if it happens consistently. So that sometimes is a pet peeve at times. This part is sometimes a pet peeve, sometimes not. I don't know. It just depends. A lot of these, it just depends on the situation for the most part, at least some of them, that some people I think can relate to, I would say, about people. Just because I am young, I have not gone through stuff and don't know what I have and haven't gone through, if that makes any sense. Just because I'm in my early 20s, I have not gone through my own shit, and sometimes that kind of bugs me at times in a way, but sometimes it doesn't. But just little things like that, sometimes it can be a pet peeve. And another thing is sometimes a pet peeve of mine is also when people make comments of an obvious thing. With me, I'm short for my age. So a lot of people oh my goodness, you're so short. No shit, Sherlock. I'm aware of that. Your point? Kind of situation, little things like that is kind of a pet peeve at times, at least with me. And these are my pet peeves. These pet peeves could be completely different with other people, but little things is kind of a pet peeve, and just unnecessary comments or smirks like that. And at times another pet peeve of mine is people repeat themselves consistently is sometimes a pet peeve. Or I have to repeat myself to people consistently. Little things like that sometimes is a pet peeve and gets on my nerves at times when it comes to certain kind of things. But just little things like that, little but big things at the same time, depending on which one, is a pet peeve at times. So I hope you guys like this podcast. If you guys enjoy, let me know. And if you want me to make a part 2 of any of these 2 topics, or even a part 2, an in-depth or another something under these lines of topics that I kind of list off or set, and want me to make another one, let me know in the comments. And if you can relate to any of these pet peeves or preferred to be older or younger with dating, etc., let me know in the comments if you can relate to any of those or want me to put more information or what. Let me know in the comments if you can relate. Let me know if you know anyone who might be interested in hearing this podcast today. Feel free to share it to them, and I will see you next Wednesday. Bye. I forgot a couple pet peeves. Another one is also when people are chewing. It bugs the crap out of me. Like, rather it's like they're opening their mouths and chewing with their mouth open, or when their mouth is closed and I can hear them chewing. That's another pet peeve that I have that bugs the crap out of me. And then the other one, like, is an extremely pet peeve, is frickin' snoring. Whenever I'm sleeping with my man and his frickin' snoring bugs the crap out of me. So that's another pet peeve, two more extra pet peeves that I have that I wanted to share with you that I totally forgot to add, and wanted to share with you guys. So I just want to let you guys know with that one, if you guys are interested in 2 extra bonus of pet peeves that I have. So, and yeah, I'll see you next Wednesday. Bye.